Hello, hello, hello. It's been a minute. Sexual shame is killing your sexual drive. A conversation that needs to be had. Please let me know if you can hear me well and let me know where you're watching this from. Sexual shame is killing your sexual drive. This is the conversation that we're going to have today because a lot of women believe that they hate sex, but the truth is they don't. They hate the experience they have had with their previous partners. So since it's the beginning of May, I decided to show up here and have a conversation with you and ask you, what is your intention with your connection to your sexual energy? What's your intention with that? Are you connected to it? Or you only connect to it when it's about being intimate with somebody else? What about your own individual connection? How do you relate with this energy? Let me know what is coming through for you as I'm talking about this. And the thing is, it's not only women who think they hate sex. The truth is, a lot of men as well think that they know how to touch a woman, but they don't. They are repeating what has worked on the other women before, and they think they know how to do that, right? And what they forget is every single fucking time that you are being intimate with somebody, it is the first time that you are being with that person. Is it because our bodies are different, the way we receive pleasure, the way how and where we love to be touched, right? And if you come in with the mindset that this is somebody new and you coming in to get to know, learn, explore with that person, you can have a better experience. But if you are here in the mind, which is one of the things that I want to talk about here, it's the attachment to the outcome, which is one of the things that connects a lot of you from your, disconnects you a lot of you from your body. Am I gonna make her come? Am I gonna make him come? Does he enjoy? And when you do that, what is happening? You are disconnected from your body. You are here, you are stuck in the mind. You are not able to be. Because when you're talking about receiving pleasure, it's about being in the body. It's about feeling the sensations that are in the body. But if you're in the mind, what is happening? You've given your power to your ego, to your fears, to what somebody said in the previous intimate experience that you had. And another thing, because you may be joining me for the first time and you're wondering who I am, because I'm excited and I just jump in. How much is my name, and I help you to release generational sexual shame so that you can unlock your power. Because really, when you're connected to your body, that's your power. And learn to receive pleasure, love, wealth. As I always say, you cannot give birth to what you don't conceive, right? And for you to be in the body, even the build up, the anticipation, the excitement, the not knowing of what's going to happen at the end. This is why I mentioned disconnecting from the attachment of the end outcome just in the beginning. When you are disconnected from that, you get to be in the not knowing. And the not knowing means what? It means feeling. It means being open to the sensations that are here. But if you are here in your mind, you are tapping into the old files of what has happened prior. You are stepping into the fears that you have, one of them being the body shame. And I'm here to talk to you women, I'm here to talk to you men, as in like, what kind of space do you hold as you know that this is the first time you're having experience with this woman? What kind of space do you hold for that person to feel safe in the body? I had a conversation with an amazing woman who was in a relationship for 10 fucking years. And what she said is, I hate sex. And I don't understand when women say they love sex and the things that they talk about, because every time when I try to initiate something with my partner, he shuts me off. And that's the wounded masculine. I get to be the initiator, right? I get to do it with you when I choose to do it. And you just get to be present whenever I want. And sometimes you may tell yourself that, no, my beliefs are different. It's 2026. Of course, you're right, it's 2026. But does your body know that? Are you open to have this conversation with your beloved partner? Right? Let's have a conversation, because one of the core beliefs and the limitation that women are dealing with when it comes to expressing themselves, initiating, opening up to receive, expressing themselves isn't like, whatever noise. Sex can be messy, right? It can be messy when it comes to somebody allowing their body to express itself. And for women who are very open about what they want, saying it out loud and fully receiving and giving, they're called names, bitches. It's a conditioning that has been there. Men come to them just to have sex and they're not willing to commit with them. They want to go and be with somebody and marry somebody who is not able to express themselves. This is why when I had a conversation with an amazing man about their sexual experiences, and his question was, but who am I going to try that with? And I was like, ain't you married? And it's like, I am, but with my wife, it's a no-go area. And these are the things that lead to that passion eventually dying, right? Because you suppress what you want. You want to show up with this perceived idea of who you are. You don't share with your partner. Your partner doesn't know you. And you don't even know your partner as well. And this is why often there is that betrayal, the cheating that happens. Because when I'm having conversation with both men and women, especially women, and why did you do it? Because I'm not judging, but what is it that led to you stepping out of your marriage, stepping out of your relationship? Something happened. And they were touched in a way that they've never been touched, right? They experienced something that they didn't know existed. They love their partner because their partner gives them that stability and all that. But when it comes to sexual experience, they're starving. And if you do not know how to hold space for your partner, if you do not learn, right, to explore, to be in the not knowing, because if you think you know, just because you've had sex with some other women and you come to your partner with the preconceived notions of how she wants to be touched and all that, you're going to fuck it up. I've had one woman who asked me about toys, and it's quite interesting what she shared, because her husband decided to just buy some sexual toys without even having a conversation with her. And she has never tried them before. She has never given them a thought. So she freaked out, like, what the fuck is this? So if you do something with your previous partner, don't expect your next partner to just follow in, as if like, this is what you have to do. You get to have a conversation. What are you open to? What are your fantasies? But for that conversation to happen, you get to release the generational sexual shame, because women have been taught to suppress. And men, as much as they're sexually active, it's the fucking activity. They do it without the heart. And your woman wants your heart in it. She wants to be felt. She wants to feel safe, right? She wants to be acknowledged, not only the that genital that you're only interested in. All of her. She wants to be seen. And most of you, the only time that you're trying to bring in the sensuality and all that is only when you want to stick it in. Other time, other days, you don't give a fuck. But it doesn't work like that. So sexual shame has to be held because a lot of culture, societal beliefs, religious beliefs, for eons, the sexual abuse that has happened, a lot of things have led to women disconnecting from this energy. A lot of women have not been heard when they say no. A lot of women, this is a big one actually. I was thinking about it, where even when it comes, like going back to my culture, where women are taught that every time a man needs sex, you get to give it to him. That's how you get to keep him, right? And what does that do? It programs your body that even if you don't want it, you don't even know what the fuck your body's saying, because you have to give it up. Are you exhausted? Are you tired? Are you in pain? Because there's a big one again. Most men, they care, which is claim to care, when they know they can have access to you. Some women, could be your wife, your partner, whatever, when they are bleeding, the man gets pissed off. They don't give a shit. When the woman is pregnant, because actually I believe statistically, even experientially, because I experienced it not with my marriage, but before. Yeah. And most women as well, where when a woman is pregnant, instead of the man being available to take care of her, to love her, they shut off and they go look for somebody outside. When the woman is bleeding, you are not present. You are not there when your woman needs you the most. And even as a woman, it shuts you off one or the other. I've been in relationships where somebody may be there physically. Like I've been in a relationship where there was no cheating or anything, but there are moments where somebody would shut off emotionally. And whenever he shuts on, he switches on, like, hey, I'm back. It's kind of like, now we can just go back to how things were. No, I don't feel like it. I don't feel connected. So now imagine if for many generations, women were told that, no, just give it up whenever the man comes. Give it up even if he's cheating. Because if you don't, he may just go out there. These are not only experiences that you had, it's what you were born into. So when you're talking about healing the generational sexual shame, it's healing the experiences that you were born into, that your body's still holding into. That's why it's not opening up to receive. Because a woman who is in touch with her sexual energy leans on the touch. She initiates. She knows how to receive. And I'm not talking just about sexual pleasure, even though it's a part of it. I'm talking about receiving love. I'm talking about receiving money. Because these are the things that you dismiss, right? But they affect your intimacy. They affect who you even attract. They affect your money, your business, right? You cannot attract an emotionally available partner if you are emotionally closed. The wound seeks the light. It wants to heal, and it's going to seek somebody who is holding the imprint that you are holding into, who is holding what you are born into, until you look into it and say, you know what? I'm willing to heal this. That's the only time when you can be turned on by a man who can give you pleasure, when you can be turned on by a man who is emotionally available. Otherwise, you're going to be looking for the emotional disconnection that you learned from the man in your family, from your father, who may have been physically present but emotionally unavailable, which is something that I get a lot. When I asked, there's one woman I was having a conversation with about, she was talking about her husband, and I went back to the father, and I realized that it's the same pattern. Available, providing, emotionally unavailable, making love with a bottle, with a bottle. And I know that experience, right? So you get to heal. Because if you expect somebody to give you pleasure, which is one of the things, we want somebody to give us that pleasure, but yet we do not even know what turns us on, right? And I'm talking about this because even when it comes to the whole sexual energy, it can be messy. The question is, when you allow your body to do what it does best, and instead of just like having a normal orgasm, you are having that gushing female ejaculation, an orgasm that leaves you messy and everything. How are you gonna feel when that happens? Are you gonna be ashamed of that and shut off because your body's holding into that? Is your partner open enough to embrace the beauty and everything that just comes with you letting go? What is your intention? Because you do not have the money issue. You do not have the low sex drive. You're holding into shame. Shame is not allowing you to receive. I had one beautiful lady who, she's got that body that every woman desires. But she didn't like her body because she felt that people did not like her for who she is. They loved her body, especially men. They sexualized her. So that also led to the disconnection from her body, plus some sexual issues and all that. And when she came to work with me, she said, I hate that men, like they always want sex. What's wrong with men? Right? And after we did the work for 12 weeks, she's like, oh my God, my husband is just keeping up because he's got an ego to protect. I feel like I am on hit the way I am so flippant sexually active. But she never perceived herself like that before because she has shut down. Actually, this is like the wound that all of us women have, the disconnection from our womb, the disconnection from our sexual energy, because we're taught that the sexual energy is only to serve men, procreation and serve men. But what about your own pleasure? How open are you to this energy? So I just came here to have this truth about share this truth about the low libido story and all the lies. Because if at all there is sexual abuse, there is sexual shame, all the whatever that we're programmed to believe, then your body's gonna shut down because it's trying to protect itself. But this whole low sex drive for women, it isn't natural. It's learned. It's a protective mechanism. It's the shutdown that the body had to go there. Over the years of being told that you're just a woman. A woman is just a tool. Actually, I don't know how old I was. I just had somebody saying that a woman is just like a bowl. All she has to do is just fucking receive. As in like, open it up and let him in. And the question is, what about what you want? What about you not feeling seen, heard, felt? Can you say no? Can your partner learn to listen? Because that's a flex right there. A man who can be present to hear what you are not even saying. But you got to be present to hear yourself first before you can expect somebody to hear you. If your body doesn't feel safe, it will not open up to receive. It will not lean on the touch. It won't receive pleasure. It won't receive love. It won't receive the money that you want. This is why you like, oh, I'm stuck. My business, this, that. Money comes in, and before you can use it, it's gone. Just like that, another problem comes. Why? It's not only your experiences, it's generational imprints that you are born into. And it's time that we heal this so that you can say yes to yourself, yes to your pleasure, yes to your expression. Because that's how we express ourselves. The ability to surrender to that pleasure, to open up all your receptors and receive. It's you being in touch, being connected to your body, saying yes to all the beauty, all the sounds that your body desires to make in that moment. This is why I'm talking about making love to life. It's you connecting with yourself. It's you connecting with the universe. It's you being open to pleasure at the level that you have never experienced before. But first, We gotta feel safe in our bodies so that we can give birth to all that we desire. We gotta release the good girl conditioning. We gotta release the fear of being judged by our partners. The fear that if I express myself and tell him what I want, I'm gonna be called names that get to go, right? So I just came here to share this conversation with you. And if you are open and ready to experience things differently, the experience is for you. This is where we do a hell lot of work to release the religious conditioning, cultural, societal, and all the past relationship experiences that you had that led to you shutting down, so that you can receive more than just pleasure, but love and money in your business, right? I love you, and I would leave you with that. Much love.